Well, play for me is like keeping my mind and my environment in a playful, jocular mood, so that I can be happy, and hopefully those around me can be happy.
Play means a game.
I personally don't get that involved with too many things because I prefer to write books instead. But to each his own, and there's always something going on around here.
We were brought in by RDG and approached about play and how it affects seniors, and if we could be a play partner with Connecco. And so part of that is kind of going through this interview process, writing up what senior play means, and then we also have all of our Omaha communities coming to Connecco to go and have a guided tour.
Play is important, I think. It helps to keep us healthy. The old, some people know the old idea that laughter is a healing agent, and I think it requires being playful. So I like being playful.
Well, I walk a lot, you know that, but because I like to see what's going on, every new thing in the neighborhood. But I also like sports very much, especially outdoor sports.
Well, the secret to good retirement is occupation, and so I keep occupied all the time, but I want it to be stuff that's fun. On the computer, I like to create. I do a lot of writing, and I work on our family genealogy. I work at that, hours a day. I'm a retired pastor. I've written 2 books. One of them is a pastor's survival manual. I'm writing the stories of my life, the stories of my work, and so on. Nobody will be interested in reading them, but I like to write them. Although today, I'll spend most of my time working on a newsletter for the retirement community in which I live. I volunteer to put out a monthly newsletter, and that's my project mainly for today. And I put a lot of pictures in it, and so on. That's the kind of stuff I do on a computer. To me, that's play, and I enjoy it a lot.
I'm competitive. I will say that. I want to win, so I play to win. But with children, it's entirely different. We played play, and I used to know every game a child played from Ring Around the Rosie on. And you know children by playing with them. And I enjoy it when we have the young children from other churches and schools come over here for a little program. They line up, they sing a song for us with the actions, and they enjoy our reaction to them. Just last week, the little 3-year-old sitting on my lap with I had the short sleeve dress on, and she noticed when I raised my arm that this muscle in here flopped back and forth, and that entertained her all afternoon.
Well, we pediatricians are children at heart, My favorite age in the early days of practice was with the children from about 2 to 6. And when I look at their ears with my otoscope, I'd say, "Oh, I see in here a little brownie with a red nose and green ears and purple shoes. And he helps you remember what your mother tells you." Oh, the mothers love that. I had watched a lot of changes happen in medicine that most doctors today have never experienced. And so I wrote a trilogy. My first book was the Reflections on Pediatric Medicine from 1943 to 2010. I was a junior medical student when I saw the first shot of penicillin given at the med center. So I watched a whole host of things.
I am proud to be 97 and a half. And I have a grandson who remembers when I was 95 because he was 5. So then the next year, I know how old you are. You're 96, but I'm 6.
I think play is multidimensional. I think it goes back to Immanuel's stance on wellness, and that it's holistic and it involves the mind, body, and spirit. And so within those realms, there's different ways to play. It's keeping the mind active. It's being fully engaged in life.
Well, very simple. Lightens your heart. helps enhance your memories. It recalls things that you have when your helpmate is gone, so that it adds a dimension to your life that it's the only way you get it. Otherwise, you become very morose and want to go hide in the closet, and that's a heck of a way to live.
Play in a senior community helps keep us alive and vital. Now, of course, every community, whether it's a retirement community or any other kind of community, a village in Nebraska, has people who sort of hermitize, stay off by themselves, and that's fine, that's their right. But when there are a lot of activities that nurture the spirit and the mind, we are all kept more alive.